What's going on, everyone? ODC here. I'm just kind of playing around. I just kind of wanted to hang out with you all. But I also wanted to talk some Lightning Collection today because I haven't really talked about the Lightning Collection all that much. And I did want to kind of discuss it a little bit. So let's see what we can do here. See if I can get these flame effects out of the shot here. Oh, yeah. That was from some photos I was taking earlier. How you all doing today? I hope everybody's having a good day, enjoying their week so far. We're past hump day. Dem Guts, what's up, buddy? You? Gaz, what's up, pal? I haven't been on PlayStation in a while. I don't know if you guys are still have been playing anything lately. I'm all in on the Rangers. What was it? I recently picked up this 2 pack. I got it for what was it, 25 bucks, I think? 20 or 25 bucks. I think it was like last week I got it. That's how recent my figure pickups have been. Let me move in a little bit here. But these are pretty much the current ones that I've picked up. I picked up this 2 pack, that 2 pack. Don't really think that's. I think there's like what 30 bucks for that 2 pack. That's kind of a rough deal to have to spend 30 bucks on that. I think I spent I think I spent around 25 bucks on that. But picked that up off of the Hasbro Pulse website. I picked this guy up at what was he? Where did I get him? I think I eBayed him. I think I got him for like 25 bucks on eBay. Woodman, how's it going, pal? How are you guys all doing today? Um, I don't know if you guys know, but the Mythic Legions Liliath. I can't remember the name of that name. But the recent Mythic Legions pre-order just ended. I picked up a couple. I didn't get all of them. I just picked up a couple. I picked up that Centurion character, which he looked pretty cool. I picked up that. What else did I get? The Baron Volgar version 2. Them guts says, I was trying to find the Japanese versions of VR Troopers, but they made them unavailable in America on YouTube. Oh, that sucks, man. That'd be sweet. That'd be sweet if they remade them. I wouldn't mind picking up those. Big bad Beetleborgs too. Someone needs to make those. Rich, how you doing, buddy? Howdy to you too. You got to run off to work. Wanted to stop in and say, hey, oh, all right, man. I get it. I get it. Thanks for popping in, bud. I appreciate it. Zorpox, how you doing, bud? I did kind of want to just fun like in a fun way, kind of point something out about the action figure community in a little bit, but not right now. I don't want to get into it right now. Um, what was it? I did want to talk a little bit about Power Rangers. I don't know if you guys collect. How many people in here collect the Lightning Collection? Um, Let me know. Because I did want to discuss a little bit, and I did want to start doing a little bit more reviews of them. Because it is a line I actually do quite enjoy without any drama involved picking these figures up. Because it seems like for the most part that the community that does buy the Lightning Collection is a little bit on the smaller side, which that doesn't bother me one bit. I'd prefer the community to be on the smart side. Like them, haven't started yet. They're pretty good. I mean, there's some cases where there's definitely some quality control issues with them. With SH Figure Arts figures, now they even, I think Figure Arts even rebranded their name as Bandai Spirits now. I know it sounds like a liquor store to me, Bandai Spirits, but whatever. But the majority of their figures now going for $100 or more is holy shit. I can't do that anymore. I mean, I'm looking at some of the common writers that are coming out that I want, and I'm like, I can't. Oh my god, I can't spend that money. That's crazy money. So I'll stick with my $20 Lightning Collection figures. They're not perfect by any means. There's like I said, there's flaws with some. There's some paint apps missing here that should be there, and blah blah blah. But I still do enjoy them. They are fun, a lot of fun to pose and take pictures with. So that's cool. Only Sentai I really liked was the old Japanese versions. Okay, same for you, Woodman. Inframan. I'll be honest with you. Like within the last 5 years, I'll be totally honest with you. I watched Mighty Morphin, and within the after that, after Mighty the first or I think it was the first season, no, second season of Mighty Morphin, I started to lose interest. I was a kid when I was younger. I shouldn't really say I was a kid. Whatever. Well, I was younger. I watched the first two seasons of Mighty Morphin, and then I lost interest right after that. I was like, I don't know what it was. It didn't resonate with me anymore. And at the time, wrestling was at its peak, and I was really into wrestling and comics, and you know, it just seemed kind of more like a kid show to me. And I was like, I kind of moved away from it because I was in my teens at the time. So I didn't even know any of this as of what was it 5 years ago when I started really getting into Power Rangers again, giving it a second chance. I didn't even know anything existed after Mighty Morphin. I had no clue. So I'm relatively new to the fandom and collecting and all of that. I know the figure line just started with Hasbro within the last like year or so, 2 years or yeah 2 years I think now about it'll be 2 years this year I think sometime one of those days I don't know. But yeah, I personally like I just started getting back into it, and Strida actually got me into it because he started getting me into watching Kamen Rider, and then I was like, well, I'll give Power Rangers a second chance, and then I started liking some of the other seasons that I didn't even know about, like what was it, Lost Galaxy and In Space are my two favorites. Um, Dino Thunder's really good. Um, even what was it? Dino Charge is was fun to watch. They said they all have their flaws. We all know what the flaws are. I get it um, with Power Rangers in general, but it's lower budget and it looks a certain way. Some of the acting is wooden. There's a lot of flaws within it, but it's kind of like a calling card, like almost like an endearing thing to me at least. I know maybe not to anybody else, but to me, when I watch, I just kind of try to ignore those things, like the bulk and skull things. I would ignore those. I just didn't have time to even give those a chance. When the corny music starts playing, then I would just be like, okay, let's fast forward through that shit because I just did not care to see any of that, and it wasn't it didn't change the storyline either. So unless you get towards in space when they were used very disparagingly, and they actually have a decent moment at the end of In Space, which is pretty cool. Uh, Sorry, I'm not trying to miss anybody's. Ultraman and Zone Fighter here for Gaz. Okay. Putting my money towards new Netflix Transformers. Cool, Woodman. Terry, what's going on, buddy? How you doing? Joy Toy, yeah, absolutely. Joy Toy. Joy Toy coming out. Joy Toy making some moves with some of the those new designs, man. I'm really liking what they're doing. They're really going outside the box. I love it. Ultraman was awesome too. I never got into Ultraman. Strident's really into Ultraman, but I never. I guess I never really watched it, so I should probably give that a chance too. Remember Jet Jaguar from Godzilla? I vaguely do. Them guts. Double T says Woodman. I stopped watching after conclusion of Power Rangers in Space. Okay, so pretty much after the Zordon era, you called it quits there, Terry. Gotcha. Jet Jaguar, go. Can't lie, I did watch VR Troopers because it wasn't as corny as Rangers. Also watched the ninja version of Rangers. Oh, the what was it, Ninjor and all that. Yeah, I mean, I want to say like Mighty Morphin. All three of those seasons are pretty. Ugh. They're rough to watch. Like I can't. Like I don't really care to watch those. But there's tons of other seasons. Like I said, In Space, Lost Galaxy. Like Leo is my favorite Ranger of all time. Um, but Time Force is really good. I'm trying to think. SPD is really good too. RPM, I just I really I actually have changed my my opinion on RPM after watching it a couple times now, and it's actually pretty damn good. They used a lot of different ideas that you wouldn't expect in like a normal you know uh, Power Rangers show. I scored some 4-inch Karen Rider, Common Rider from China. They're pretty neat. Yeah, the Common Riders are really good, Woodman. Rangers was like Saved by the Bell with karate. Out loud. That's what Dumb Gut said. Action Figure Addict, how's it going, buddy? Man, new Joy Toy designs are amazing for sure. Yes, they are. But yeah, man, I kind of wanted to just kind of point out some monsters. Like we just started getting some more monsters. Like we got some villains. Like we got Rita right here finally in that 2-pack, which I think she should have been a single card release. We didn't really need another Zed. Zed's pretty abundant now. You can get him anywhere, even the single carded release. Um, but we've got Lord Draken. We've gotten the Lord Draken Evo 3, which that review is coming. I know I promised it, and I haven't been doing reviews lately, but it's been a struggle with work and stuff. So I do apologize. No, I'm not trying to make excuses, but I do need to get back on the doing the review stuff, and I want to do it. It's not that I have to do it, but I want to do it. But we got Goldar. I think was our first. Was it he our first? No, Zed was our first technical monster, and then Goldar, and then there's the wingless Goldar. Excuse me. But the some more monsters I'd like to see. Like we got the what was it, Pumpkin Rapper and King Sphinx, which I actually do. I did pick those two up. Yeah, it really is a shame about the paint apps with some of those. But some of the ones that I wanted to point out, as far as what I'd like to see, just monster wise, and maybe some of you guys will know. I'm sure Terry will know this since he watched In Space. Come on, there we go. Hello, sorry about that. I don't know what the hell happened there. But uh, as far as character In Space, monsters go, we got um, we got Andros, which is really cool. I think Draconda and I think Ecliptor would be really awesome. especially Ecliptor, seeing as he had a lot to do with he and Draconda had a lot to do with the story as far as Andros and what do we call it, Astromeda. So I think those two would be some good additions, and I think they're iconic enough where people would be like, "Oh, okay, I know who those are." That's probably one of the most talked about seasons across the board that people seem to enjoy. Um, but trying to read. Demgut says, "I want to watch Ninja. I don't know how to pronounce that. There's only 2 episodes on YouTube. They had figures here in the USA back in the day. Some weird stretching figure with removable armor, stretching warrior something. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I'll have to look into that." Hey, Bodie says, "Hey, I've recently watched your crazy armored SUV review, which I found very helpful. I was wondering what you thought of the tan colored version." It's kind of pick your poison, whether you like the tan one or this one. I kind of like this colored version. I have a bunch of tan stuff, and I think this color for me just works the one that I have. The what was it? Kind of like a grayish blue ish color. I'm really bad with colors. I think I'm partially colorblind, but I think I like this color over the tan one. That's just my own personal preference. But I mean, if you like the tan one, man, go for it. Ecliptor is one of my favorite Power Rangers enemies. Yeah, Ecliptor and like I said, Draconda. He would be. I think those two have two of the coolest designs too. On top of that, I'm just kind of trying to remember some of these people's names because some of the names are hilarious. Um, let's see. Scorpina is another villain I'd like to have. That's from the Mighty Morphin days. Um, let's see. Scorpius and Trakina would be another two. Scorpius he'd probably be a tough one to do. He's a little bit larger. Uh, he looks hilarious. Diego D, hello, hello from Spain. Hello from the U.S. here. Hello, how are you doing? Ivan Ooze, I think I'll skip on that. I'm sure it'll get made, but I might skip on the Ivan Ooze one. um, what else? I'm trying to think who else. Um, but I think if you give like what was it like two, I'm sure Mighty Morphin's going to get way more monsters than any of the other seasons. But I feel like if at least if you get 2 or 3 monsters out of each season, I think that'll make people very happy because you could always use a monster in a different way. It doesn't have to be, well, this was only used in Mighty Morphin, so I can't use it for any other, you know, any other season ever. I don't really remember too many, but I haven't seen Zeo that many times. I think I've only seen Zeo twice. Nothing really all that memorable from Zeo. I want to say Turbo probably had a little bit more memorable villains than Zeo for me. I don't know. I just didn't really care about. I think you know what it was. It was just Tommy just annoys me. So when Tommy started becoming the forefront in Zeo, and it was all about Tommy, and they still like that's why I can deal with Dino Thunder because he's not really in the forefront. He's just kind of the mentor, and he's used disparagingly. But when it comes to like Zeo and then into Turbo and then end of Mighty Morphin, it becomes a bit like too much Tommy for me. Like it's just a bit too much for me. Yeah, Goldar's design looks great. It's a good looking design. Yeah, the soft goods on Rita's pretty good. It's not too bad. It doesn't look too puffy, you know. I thought it would have been hilarious if they gave us if they gave us a Rita uh, 2 pack with her regular look after she gets all the evil taken out of her from Zordon exploding and ripping all the evil out of the universe after Andros kills him, basically. Um, I thought that would have been a funny thing to do, like have a Zed and a normal Zed with the evil Zed, and then I don't know. I know that would be a very niche thing. Not a lot of people would want that, but I thought that would be funny to do. Probably for more for an exclusive. Go Go Alien Rangers. You know, I didn't even know that that miniseries even existed. Like I said, I had to go back and watch that six episode miniseries just recently because I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about the Alien Rangers. And what it was the thing that reminded me of it was Forever Red, and I was like, oh, that's right, the fucking Alien Rangers. Bodhi says, I was thinking of getting it tan version for my SEAL team and the Delta team. Love the modern military figures. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could absolutely go that route. I think you could use the first one for the SEALs too. Do I think they will retool this toy at some point? Notice there were some issues despite the quality. Uh, they could absolutely retool it. It seems to me that Joy Toy, like, because the initial design for it was a little bit different, and then they went back to the drawing board and kind of released this version as far as that SUV goes. Um, yeah, they could absolutely retool it. I actually think the tan one's a little bit there's like little bit differences between the two, so they could absolutely retool it if they wanted to, and I'm sure they will down the road. Her chest scares me. Well, you don't like the Madonna poke you in the eye? I'm a virgin. Pointy boobies. Those cone Tado biggies. Wondering if we should wait for that. Well, I mean, you know, Bodhi. It's all up to what you want. You know, if you don't, if you want, it seems like you. Come on, there we go. I don't know what's going on tonight. Yeah, having connection issues. Thanks, YouTube. Love it. That's why Zed wears an eye shield. I know, right? I'll walk right into that. I'm trying to think what other Lightning Collection stuff. I did pick up that putty 2 pack. Oh, by the way, here, let me show you this really quick. I didn't even realize that this did this, but he does actually light up, and you see how the light's fluttering. I thought that was pretty cool. I mean, this thing does take three AAA batteries, though. I was like, holy shit, it needs that much battery power for a fluttering light? I thought that was a bit much, you know? But it's pretty cool that it does light up. Maybe I'll do a review on these two. Whee! Light again. Let there be light. Um. But yeah. So where was I? Where was I? I'm going way off on a tangent here. Let's see. What's some other monsters that you guys would like to see? Then I'll get into Rangers that I'd like to see that haven't been made yet. We are getting the what was it? They released that we're getting Green Zeo Adam. Itch, itching my leg, my lead. Gotta itch my lead. Let's see, what are we getting? I forgot. Oh, I also picked up the Ranger Slayer. That's the other figure I picked up. She's pretty cool, man. I dig her design a lot. Oh yeah, so we're getting Leo again. We're getting Leo single carded, but he comes with the big old bazooka thing. Pink SPD, and we are getting Ethan from Dino Thunder, Blue Dino Thunder. So that's a pretty decent wave of figures. We've gotten a pretty decent amount of all of those teams. Well, except for Lost Galaxy, we haven't really gotten much other than Leo and Magna Defender for Lost Galaxy. So I was actually kind of surprised that they didn't go with a different Lost Galaxy character here. I'm actually surprised in that. Love the VR Trooper enemies. Very beautiful designs. Heard SPD was a comedy version of Rangers in Japan. SPD was, I want to say, a little bit more on the serious side here, on the state side. Um, it's when they started. I think what was it? SPD was technically Disney when Disney started with Power Rangers when they owned it. They bought it from Saban. What was it? Dino Thunder was also Disney. I'm trying to think what else was Disney. Dino Charge was Disney, or was Dino Charge Disney, or was that Neo Saban? I can't remember. Anyway, point I'm trying to make is that they started getting a little bit more serious with some of their stuff. Like there's still corny, cheesy stuff in there, but as far as like I said, the Lost Galaxy stuff, Kendricks, I would have pegged her for the being the next Lost Galaxy figure coming out. Um, she's a popular one. And I'm actually surprised they didn't re-release Magna Defender um, with the Mike head instead for Leo's brother. Superhuman Samurai was good. I vaguely remember that. I don't remember too much about it though. I'm really close to pulling the trigger, just like all the coverall angles. Yeah, commit. Yeah, I will absolutely, Bodie. I will absolutely keep the Joy Toy stuff coming. Soul Drum, what's going on, buddy? Of course, you said you're going to focus on the Lightning Collection villains. Yeah, hopefully, hopefully we start getting some more. I think it's taking them some time to get some, because pretty much every time you got to get new tooling for the monsters. You can't really reuse too many of them. I feel like that would be kind of a hard thing to do. A lot of people are bitching and moaning that the monsters are too big. I'm like, yeah, I get like some of them are like almost around the same size as a regular ranger as far as height goes. Um, but like when I think of a monster, I would want them to be bigger than the rangers so they look like they're opposing, like a threat. I get it, like in the show, like they can only be so tall, especially with the budget. back then, back in the day. Like now, some of the monsters look a little bit bigger than the humans because they can, you know, put them platform shoes on. You know, there's a little bit more budget into Power Rangers now. They remade Samurai Squad. It's an anime show called Gridman. Oh, okay. They scale pretty well with Figure Arts MMPR. That's true. Yeah, they because the Figure Arts MMPRs run a little bit smaller. Like I have, what was it? The only Figure Arts that I have are was I have the first Red Ranger, which is Akira Ranger. I'm probably saying that wrong. um, or is it Aka Ranger? I think it's Aka Ranger. I think that's what it is. I think so. I'm so bad with names and pronouncing names. I have to like look everything up. But there's a lot of like what was it? I think other seasons that we're probably gonna get way later, like what was it? Samurai and Overdrive and some of the lesser liked seasons. You know, Akiba Red is another figure I have that's not associated really with the American Ranger stuff. It's more just Sentai. Um, uh, Sun Vulcan, Vulcan Eagle. That's another one that I have. I think I actually did an unboxing of that. Action figure expert, what's going on? You never know what you're gonna get. I feel like the monsters outside of the original cast will be hard to articulate. That had some weird gimmicky parts. I don't know. I think there's some, like I said, I think like Draconda, Ecliptor. Those are figures that you can articulate because they're kind of built very humanoidish. They feel more like SIC, like an SIC characters, especially Ecliptor in certain ways. Just his color scheme and just his kind of design. I guess it looks a little bit more like that. I have four SIC. Uh, and I picked up a couple SIC figures. I think they were from a different company. They weren't from. I don't know if they were from Bandai, but it was like a 2 pack of SIC Common Riders, and they just fucking fell apart on me. I was like, get this shit away from me. Never again. I spent like $60 or $70 on that 2 pack, and it was on eBay, and I had to return it. I mean, I got my money back, but I was just like, yeah. The arms, what was it? The shoulder joint, because they were older figures. Don't keep in mind, like these were like I think from like 2009. So they were definitely like 9 to 10 year old figures when I got them. And the what was it? The shoulder joint just disintegrated as soon as I took the figure out of package. Like the arm just fell out when I lifted the arm up to pose him. Dusty, be quiet. I mean the monster of the day, the ones that would blow up at the end. Oh yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah. Some of those would be harder to articulate, but I still think that especially the Mighty Morphin ones. I think you know Hasbro will still be stubborn enough to do them. If there's a, like I said, if the fan base really wants them, like what's that one that's a pig with just the arms in the front? Like they're still gonna do that. And if Hasbro can do a Modoc figure, then they can do. those other figures and make them articulated. And that's the thing. Like some monsters don't really need that all that much articulation. To be honest with you, they still need it to stand up and such. But they'll have to balance them. It's kind of a it is kind of a I guess a little bit of an undertaking trying to coordinate and make sure that the figures stand and stuff. But that's their job. That's the thing that they get paid to do. So yeah, Aka Ranger. That's who I was thinking of. The first red first Power Ranger group. I was gonna get a pack. That pack, if you're talking about the Common Rider next SIC, that was $70. I was on the fence about it. Yeah, the two packs, man. They run a little bit like the ones that I got. They ran a little bit taller than the normal SIC figures. The regular like not the SH Figure Arts ones. They were like from a different company. I can't remember the name of the company. I'll just look it up because I don't want to sound like an idiot. I don't think it was Bandai. I'm trying to think which ones were. If I see them, I'll show you. Pack. Beep. Boop, beep, 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 beep. Boop, beep, beep, beep. Yeah, they ran a little bit taller. The only reason I even saw any of these because Strident has a few of them, and I was like, "Damn, those designs are so awesome!" And then I started like watching some of the shows, and I was like, "Damn, these not only the designs are awesome, but a lot of these characters are just sick." So I was like, "What was it? Was it? I think it might have been. It's been there were regular Bandai releases and not SH Figure Arts, and I think those are the ones that were falling apart because they run a little bit taller. I think they run around like 6.5, 7 inches, where the SH Figure Arts run around 5.5 to 6 inches. But they ran a little bit bigger, but the sculpt on them looked amazing. It's just the fact that they just kind of deteriorated. And they were definitely an older figure released. I think they were around the lines of. Yeah, the knees break right out of the Yeah, yeah, exactly. Hey, Andy, what's up, buddy? Yeah, some of them just would just like disintegrate, and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I was so bummed because I'm trying to think who it was. It's not the seller's fault. Like he sold them brand new to me, so it's not his fault or her fault for that matter. Whoever. But it's just the product itself just did not last. I'm trying to find the exact two pack, and I'm going to show you exactly which one it was, if I can even find one being sold on eBay. I wish. Don't you guys wish that there was a substitute to eBay, like a an actual market that was like just like eBay, but had actual rules on it? So scalpers couldn't just take over that. I'm still looking for it, but I did kind of want to bring up something. And like I said, I didn't want to talk about it right out of the bat, but now we're 40 minutes into the live stream, and I did want to to discuss something. It's been kind of been brought uh, lately, and it's actually a video that Terry posted on the Strident page about a day or so ago. And I gave my 2 cents about it, and so did Strident, um, about the whole scalping thing. And we've discussed scalpers till we're blue in the face. and it's kind of like beating a dead horse, you know. Like just the shit is just not gonna go away. It unfortunately for us, it's not going anywhere. Um, that's the point of it. But the only reason I'm bringing this up, and you guys know me, like I'm not one to start drama. I don't start that shit. But just to kind of point this thing out, there's a guy named Articulated Ninja, and he was talking about a specific channel that was doing a raffle for a GI Joe classified figure, and he got some grief from it. This channel, it was a higher profile channel, one of the ACBA guys, and I personally, like I said, I gave my take on it. I don't want to harp on it too much. I just kind of wanted to address it because people were asking me about it, and it's not really my business, but I'm going to let you know how I feel about it. I'm going to tell you what I think. Um, I don't really agree with raffles. If you're going to do a raffle and you're going to pocket the money, I personally I think ethically that's not the right thing to do, especially when we're talking about a $20 figure and people are spending $8 to $10 per raffle ticket. Unless the proceeds are going to something like a charity or someone in need, I don't ethically think it's right to do that, but people are going to do whatever the fuck they want because they're selfish and that's what they want to do. You know, personally, whenever it comes to my channel, I've always given away figures. I've never done raffles or fucking made people pay for toys. It's either I'm going to do a giveaway, or I'm not. I usually do like a giveaway like once a year, I think. Um, I don't think I did a giveaway last year. It was just a rough year. But regardless, I saw this post. Like I said, Terry posted it. It's in the Strident page if you want to check it out. Like I said, I'm not trying to start beef with people. It's really like at the end of the day, it's none of my fucking business. But I just see the greed and it pisses me off. And then I see people standing up for the greed and it pisses me off even more. And then I'm like, why are you guys standing up for the guy that's making money hand over fist? And like I said, I don't know all the facts about this specific thing, but this specific thing has been going on for years. And it's not just this one person. It's not just it's scalpers in general. If you're doing a raffle, are you considered a scalper if you're pocketing all the profit? You kind of are. You pretty much are. You're selling a $20 figure and you're making max profit out of it. You're probably going to make over $200 on that. With the amount of people that follow that person and that community, which I'm not really a part of that community because I think that's a very toxic community. But when this person, if you guys want to check out Articulated Ninja, go ahead. But when I saw his video, it seemed like he was more so he was more of an apologist for the person that did the raffle. And I was like, it's cool if you want to give your opinion, but at least be objective. Like, at least say and do, like, it's one thing if you feel a certain way, but it's another thing if you are looking at things without rose-colored glasses. And it seemed like he wanted to get in this person's good graces, within that ACBA community's good graces, as opposed to just telling it like it is. Ethically, I don't look at things like that ethically and say, well, if he's pocketing the money, that's ethically right. Because it's not. It's just not. And we know that. There's that little voice in the back of our heads that's just like, oh, that kind of puts a little turd taste in my mouth, and I don't think I like that taste when you hear about things like that. Like I said, I don't know all the facts. I just thought I would just touch on it really quick. It's not the end of the world to me. But I'm going to say this. It's just like a reaction video. If you put yourself out there and you do certain things, you're going to have to expect people to have a reaction. Now, there's going to be equal reactions and there's going to be opposite reactions. There's going to be people that, and it seems like a lot of people that put themselves out there and do certain things, whether it's showing emotion in a reaction video or whether it's doing raffles to benefit yourself. When you put yourself out there, people are going to be negative. This is the world we live in. And the fact that a lot of people get surprised by this baffles me because the world we live in is both going to be positive and negative. And you're probably going to get a lot of negativity from it. I'll probably get a lot of negativity for this little rant, and that's fine. I know how to deal with negative people. I block them and delete their comment so they never existed. It's just that simple. It's okay to have difference of opinion, but being ignorant about anything, whether it's being positive or negative, should have no voice. What basically happened was a certain channel, I'm not going to say who, a certain channel, if you want to watch the video, go watch Articulated Ninja's video. You can watch that. Go ahead, go for it if you want to deal with that. Personally, I don't give a shit about the G.I. Joe Classifieds figures. I don't care about that community. There's a lot of toxicity in the G.I. Joe community in general. There's a lot of toxic people in the Star Wars Black Series community. There's a lot of toxic people in the Marvel Legends community. There's a lot of toxic people throughout the toy community in general. It's not just one area of the toy community. There's a lot of toxicity, within the toy community in general. I've seen toxic people within the ACBA community, and that's why I want nothing to do with that community. And I'm not with that community. But this specific one, like I said, I don't really care about the Joe's classified figures. You guys already know my thought process on that. I could care less. Yeah, it's about the Cobra Vipers. So supposedly this person did a raffle for one Cobra Viper that is retailed at $20 to $24. Supposedly this person is doing a raffle and charging people $8 to $10 per raffle ticket to win said $20 to $24 figure. Now, at the end of the day, this person is going to make a significant amount of profit because of how many raffle tickets he's probably going to sell. Now, I don't really give a shit about his decision to do this. It doesn't bother me, really. What does bother me is the fact that someone pointed this out. They pointed out, oh, well, he's going to be laughing to the bank with this dude's making probably over $200 worth of money. Someone actually pointed this out, and then everyone jumped all over this guy. That I don't agree with. I don't agree with that. Someone is allowed to retort if they don't agree with something. Jumping all over someone because they're pointing something out, which if it's factual, then it doesn't look good in this person that's starting the raffles viewpoint. It doesn't look good for him. But there's nothing wrong with someone pointing it out. Calling him a certain name or making this person look bad, that's if it's the truth, then the truth hurts most of all because it's the truth. And people, like I said earlier, when they put themselves out there, all they want is understanding and admiration. They don't want to hear any negativity. They don't want to hear if people think that this is morally wrong or ethically wrong. They just want to say, good job, you, and keep going. We understand you. Not everyone in the world is going to understand what you're doing or agree with what you do. And it seemed like when that person responded to the person that pointed this out, it didn't seem like he really understood what was happening. Now, here goes my other point. Ignorance is not an excuse. When you run a red light and it says no turn on red, you still ran the red light and a cop pulls you over, gives you a ticket. and the cop comes up to you and says, "Do you know I pulled you over?" "No, sir, I don't." "Well, you ran that red light back there, and there's no turn on red." "Well, sir, I didn't know. I was sneezing, or I was, well, I was in a rush. I'm late for work." What's that cop going to say? Ignorance is not an excuse. Because you didn't know or didn't see that it's no turn on red, guess what? Doesn't change the fact that there's no turn on red. You see my point? So, when it comes to scalpers, this shit is never going to end. Like, it's a never ending thing. It's never going to go away. People are constantly going to berate scalpers, and people are constantly going to go against them. They're always going to exist. They're never going to go away. It's an impossibility. If there is profit to be made, people are going to make it. Do I agree with it ethically? Absolutely not. Do I agree with it morally? Absolutely not. I usually try to help people out, regardless of whether something is worth a lot or not. What was it, 2 years or 3 years ago? I think I gave away what was it, Star Wars Celebration X-wing pilot Luke Skywalker that was worth like $200 at the time. Gave one away for free. Didn't care. I knew how much it was worth, and I didn't care. I gave it away because it's still worth what I paid it for it. So I really only lost $20 for it. Didn't matter to me because my motive was to help people out. I don't care about making max profit on whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Because ethically, I have ethics. I have morals. I have logic. This is how I was raised. People are raised differently. And they want to do things their way. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that are like, "Well, who are you to tell people what to do with their stuff and how to sell it and what do I..." Listen, I'm not saying that they can't do it. They can do whatever they want. But that doesn't stop people from wanting to say something about it. So it doesn't really matter to me whether people agree with me or not, because it's my take. This is my channel. Gaz says, seriously, why not put it on eBay? I just cut out the toxic. I don't have time for it. Yeah, me too. And like, you guys know me, like, I don't start shit with anybody, but this was just something I thought should be brought to light because it seems like this person that did the raffle seems to get a lot of apologists because of his status in that community. I'm a regular Joe. I don't have a lot of money. I pride myself in family and career first, and then and like Articulated Ninja said in his video, he's right, 100%. Toys are a luxury. These are a luxury. We do not need any of these. These are not a necessity to live. Absolutely. Every single toy I own is not a necessity. I don't need any of them. I want them. There's a difference. But do I need them? No. I don't need them to live. I don't need them to breathe. I don't need them to think. I don't need them to make my decisions for me. And you see a lot of this. I mean, there's been a lot of this, especially with the Joe Classifieds figures. And it's not just the figures, but they're recently the most relevant in the toy community, because we all saw that video. And if you haven't seen the video of the 5 guys at Target complaining like a bunch of Karens to the manager that one guy walked in when they were all standing out front of Target in a line, which nobody told them to get into a line, first of all, to get in. It's first come, first serve. You just walk the fuck in. But there's a video of a bunch of G.I. Joe classified collectors complaining that some guy skipped them in line, and they just assumed that he was going after the same thing as them, when he wasn't. And he even walked up to them and said, "Guys, I'm not even going after the same thing as you. So why don't you just shut the hell up and stop telling people that I'm here, I'm skipping lines, I'm going after the same thing you are." He was looking for something for like his daughter or his son or something. It was like a kid's toy. And they started blanketing this guy and complaining to the manager that some guy walked in before they did. Because the world revolves around them, around man children that have to fucking complain because they got to get a toy first. Are you 5 years old? Are you fucking kidding me? These are the type of people that surround themselves in that elitist action figure community. I have zero patience, zero time for those people. When those people complain, it's like go fly a kite, go away, get out of here. You're not even, you're just not even real to me. When grown men act like 5 year olds. Gaz says, I've gave up hunting in the wild for them. I just pre-order them Big Bad Toy Store. Shameless plug. Grown-ups fighting over toys is shameful. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's pathetic is what it is. It's just, it's pathetic. But, you know, it doesn't surprise me. I'll say this. It really doesn't surprise me one bit. Like when I saw it, and I was me and my girlfriend were watching it. I was like, look at these man children. They must have nothing else better to do. Absolutely nothing else better to do. What do I know the name of what the Target video is? I'm not really sure. A lot of people were posting it on Facebook. I think did someone post it on the Strident page? I don't know. Terry, let me know if someone posted it on the Strident page. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm not sure what the title is. Oh, sorry, I'm going way off screen here. I don't know what's going on right now. Oh, cancel that. Sorry. Um, Demga says, same. He's getting his from Big Bad Toy Store. Wait until March. It's killing me. Someone already has one. Put it up for review. Yeah, I mean, there's going to be those people that do that, and a lot of that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of those people, and even the people I'm talking about, have connections. Like a lot of those guys have connections with other people, and they'll get either free figures or they'll pay like the retail price for them through a connection. And a lot of those guys are, a lot of those guys are sponsored. You know, some of those guys have liquid money. You know, at least it seems that way. I'm glad I decided not to get into the GI Joe classifieds. Yeah, I just nothing really from that line appeals to me. I already have the 3 3/4 inch figures, all the ones I need. I said before, I said if they ever made like a shadow tracker, somebody unique, maybe I'd ponder getting that, but that's few and far between, and I'd probably even just pass on it still. Try GI Joe classified target scalper. Yeah, that might work. Um, you're glad that Gaz says he's glad that they released another Cobra Trooper. Pre-ordered 2 of them. Nice. Guy, the guy lives in Hong Kong. He got a few early. Oh, I see. Yeah, usually people overseas tend to get a lot of figures earlier. You know, but Zartan is the only one I want. But yeah, as far as that goes, I just want to say my little piece on that, and that's there's nothing really else to say about it. Like I said, ethically, I don't agree with it, but dude's gonna do whatever the fuck he wants. So people in general are gonna do whatever the fuck they want. I had an experience where a kid came in the aisle desperately wanting a figure. I had it in my hand. I looked at his dad and gave it to him. Period. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly, guys. I'm the same way. I'm patient. I can wait. That that's that's usually like I have completely given up on the hunt entirely. Like I just if I end up going to a Target because me and my girlfriend need something else, like I'll be like, hey, I'm gonna stop by the toy section. Just see, I just happen to see what's there, what's not. Like what was it? What's the last thing I got from Target that I really tried to get was that Storm 2 pack. That was really that because I really wanted that Storm because it's probably the best Storm figure ever made. Um, that was the last thing I really hunted. But before that, I mean, it was at least a year that I'd really hunted for figures. Like I haven't done a toy hunt video, and I can't even remember when Toys R Us was still a lot around. I think that was the last time I did a toy hunt video. It was just before Toys R Us closed, so that was years ago. Got my Transformers Rat Trap a couple days ago. One of the best rat traps ever made, in my opinion. Nice, man. Nice, Terry. Oh, speaking of Transformers, what'd you guys think of the? I haven't seen it yet. Actually, I shouldn't even bring it up then if I haven't seen it. But I have not heard good things about the second installment or the Earthrise installment. Yeah, that's good. That's good on Woodman for doing that. I would definitely. That's something I would do too. You know, if I saw like if I just picked up a figure off there and they were like, "Oh man, there's no more Luke Skywalker's left," and I had one in my hand, I'd be like, "Here, just go. Here, take it. Take this and go. Learn from this and become a better young child." Um, you bastard. I miss Toys R Us and the BBI aisle. Yeah, me too. Me too, them guts. Scalpers and lack of stock in stores took the wind out of my sails. Yeah, I agree. I agree, guys. The the scalping and it's the lack of I think it's more so the lack of stock. If the shit was stocked, I feel like scalpers would only buy so much, you know. And scalpers have just it's been bad since what I want to say the late '90s with scalpers. It's much worse now than ever, but especially with everything being sold online, online is the market. Yeah, I agree, Bodie. Earthrise, that's what I'm hearing is that I mean I wasn't really the biggest fan of Siege though. The War for Cybertron. Like I thought it was going to be more in depth. I thought we were going to get more characters flushed out. It was really kind of a basic story. Uh, Optimus didn't feel like Optimus to me. He just kept getting owned by Megatron and outsmarted by Megatron. I didn't feel like he was the real leader of the Autobots. He seemed inept. Scalpers have ruined everything. Yeah. But you know what? It's 50-50 because the scalpers have ruined everything, but it's also the people that allow to pay that price have ruined it too. So it's yes, the scalpers are bad, but the people willing to pay that price too are just as bad, if not worse. So I blame both. I blame the people that purchase it, the collectors that purchase it for those prices, and I blame the scalpers for making it those prices. But then again, eBay is not the market. It's not the only market to get stuff. Like a lot of people misconstrue what eBay is. eBay is a market. It is not the market. If you brought a if you I swear to God, I promise you, if you brought a what's hot to trot right now. Okay, let's say you brought the on keeping on topic. If I brought this green uh, Psycho Ranger to Christie's auction house, I probably won't even get $20 for it. Probably get less than that. Because guess what? eBay's not the only market. You know, if you brought the GI Joe classified whatever the fuck Viper to Christie's, you probably would get $20 for it, if that. You know, it's like eBay's not the only market, and a lot of people forget that. It's like there's tons of other ways to get. I mean, you can go to flea markets. You can go to. There's tons of different stuff and ways to acquire something. But yet people think that eBay is the only place that tells you how much something is worth because things are fickle. You know, eBay is fickle. Something will go for. I've gotten action figures that go for $200 for $20 or for $30 instead of spending $200. You know, it's also people on eBay have no idea how to bid on things properly. The bidding should really start within the last like minute of the auction. For some reason, I don't know why, but people will bid like let's say there's 6 days in the auction left. People will bid on the sixth day. Like they'll bid the first day in, and it's like what are you doing? You're just making things worse for everyone, including yourself. People just I swear to God, people on eBay are just dumb. They just don't know how to work eBay. I don't even bother bidding on things. I look for buy it nows. If I do go for an auction, it's usually got to really be that lower pointed auction price point. Excuse me. Gas says, to be honest, I'm really just a casual Transformers fan, but those Netflix series aren't that good story wise. The animation and designs are great, but I agree with ODC. It doesn't seem like Optimus. Yeah, I mean, it just doesn't. He seems inept, you know. Demgut says, oh, wait, he must be referring to. I agree with Bodie. Demgut says, I agree with Bodie. Wasn't a fan of Siege either. Felt like Optimus was a fool. And the girl bot was trying to take over. Forgot her name. Hasbro definitely played it too safe with the Netflix series. More depth would have been great. I was hoping for. Yeah, I agree, Bodie. He said I was hoping they were building Optimus to be this great leader levels, but there's a bit of that. But yeah, so I mean I agree. Um, I was expecting way more episodes. I wasn't expecting it to be so short. You know, it was very short, sweet, and to the point, I guess, of being lackluster and riding that vanilla pine. You know, um, it all depends on how much they visit eBay. Yeah, but I mean, if you're gonna, I mean, let's be honest here. If you're gonna bid on something, then you should know you have to visit the site like before it ends. Like there's trust me, there's tons of times where I bid on something and then lost because I didn't check on it or I have forgot. But guess what? That's on me. It doesn't mean you have to bid the first day. Just put it in your watching. If you click on it watching the auction and you're watching the auction, a friggin' notification will come up when it's about to end, like within the last 15 minutes of it ending, or even a day before it ends, it'll tell you. So, yeah, that argument holds water a little bit, but not really. I mean, the new Hasbro Transformers are way better than what they would have given us back in the day. Finally, look like the cartoon. Absolutely, the figures are better than the series. Absolutely, 100%. I'm still all in on the Transformers figures. I'm slowly collecting them here and there. Like what was it? I got Runamuck and I got Sunstreak. So those are two pretty cool figures. But I'm noticing a lot are just kind of regurgitated uh, molds that are renamed, and I'm not about that. So I'll get one version of one character, and then I'll skip on the repaints. Woodman says, yes, the designs of those Transformer toys are great. They hooked me into collecting them. Yeah, they're pretty good. Gas says, as far as eBay shopping, I just watch the prices in general, then click out the buy it now prices. Don't haggle much. Yeah, I'll play around with or the best offer ones. I'll play around with those because usually, I mean, I'm not talking about like lowballing the shit out of people, but I'll offer a price if they either agree to it or don't agree to it. Doesn't hurt me any. Blame me for starting your collection. They look better than the masterpiece line. Yeah, in some cases, and a quarter of the price. I usually snipe. I don't mind. I don't bid until the last 7 seconds. Put in the max you're willing to pay for with the 98% of the time. Yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I'll watch a bunch of auctions, and then within the last like 30 seconds, I'll go and see how ignorant the price starts jumping up to, and I'll put my max bid in, and that's pretty much it. I'll wait for the last like 3 seconds, and then I'll put my bid in. If I get outbid, I get outbid. If I win it, I win it. Some people get pissed off. I think there's actually a couple videos where people throwing temper tantrums for losing eBay auctions. Those are pretty funny. Be sure to check your targets for that for the thrust before shoppers arrive. Yeah, like I said, the action figure expert, as far as the grind, the hunt for me, the target hunts and stuff like that. Like I said, if they happen to be in my area where I am, I'll swing by if I'm already going there. But I don't really go out of my way to go toy hunting anymore. I've actually had more success going to, believe it or not, GameStop and finding figures. Like what was it, the Rita 2 pack? I think that's where I got the Rita 2 pack. It was $49.99, but then they had, I think it was like a holiday special off, where it was like 15%, and then I had another $10 off. So, yeah, I definitely did not pay that price. For these two, I passed on them when I saw them in Target because I was like, I don't want to pay $30 for just a head. That's kind of lame. And an Alpha 5 figure. Like, I don't know. It just wasn't worth it to me, so I just waited, and I found one on eBay for cheaper. It's just easier that way. Oops, sorry, fingers in the way. Don't know how you guys collecting. I don't know how you guys collecting many lines. I only really collect vintage Joes and classifieds. Well, this is the thing. I grew up loving so many different things. Like I love Ninja Turtles, but and I love the Predator movies, and I love Marvel stuff, and I love DC stuff, and I love, there's other lines that I've gotten into over the years, but I've also been collecting since I was about 12 years old, so it's been a long time collecting. Like this is like at least my collection. It's like I have old stuff, I have new stuff, I have, you know, it's all over the board. It's just because like certain stuff makes me happy. Like if it's something that makes me happy, I'll try to get it. If I can't get it, I can't get it. You know, if there's a way I can get it for the right price, then I will pick it up. But like I said, always loved wrestling growing up. I loved Star Wars. I just got into, what was it, last like 5 or 6 years into Power Rangers. So now this Lightning collection is just like the right place at the right time. The Joy Toy figures just came out. Like what they started about a year and a half ago, 2 years tops, with like the 3 3/4 inch figures. So it's just like the right timing, I guess. There's a lot coming out that I enjoy. Like I said, I have been taking a huge step back from buying a lot of stuff. Like normally I would have gone all in with the Mythic Legion stuff, but I didn't. I only picked up like I think three of the the figures in the set, or four figures in the set. But I didn't want to spend $500 for 8 figures or whatever it was. But it's not easy. You said you dipped your toe into the waters of Sideshow Collectibles, Joe's. Yeah, that's expensive. That'll get you expensive. And that's the thing; those figures were not expensive at all. I think they were like $100 when they originally came out, and like now they go for like $500. I'm like, get the fuck out of my face with that. Those figures are not like I paid for Dusty. I paid like $125 for Dusty. Actually, I think those were cheaper. I think those were like 78, $80 back then when they came out. Joey Toys taking over your life slowly. I mean, there's a lot of Joy Toy stuff that I've passed on. I mean, I have a lot of Joy Toy figures, but there's recently like some stuff that I've just been passing on. Got bit by the third party Legend Transformers. Just grabbed my favorites and jumped out of the line. Yeah. Like I said, I had my day with Hot Toys. I went through a Hot Toys phase for like 2 months, and I was like, okay, I can't do this shit. It's too much. I had my days with the third party Transformers, whether it's Mastermind Creations or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, I got Impactor, and I got what was it? The IDW version, which was the Generation One version of of Prime. Was it? I got Six Shot. So I was good with a lot of those. I got my favorite characters. So best way to collect multiple lines is to be very picky. Yeah, I agree. Get your favorite. Don't worry about getting everything. Exactly, I agree. 3A was killing me. $120 and up for a figure. Holy shit. If you guys will excuse me really quick. First of all, hopefully you guys can still hear me, but I have to get my charger because my phone is about to die. And I don't want it to die midstream, so I have to go get my charger. I got a funny story about this, by the way. So I got a funny story to tell you guys really quick. So apparently someone had watched. I don't remember what video it was. I think this was about a week or so, or no, a couple weeks ago. Sorry, I got to readjust this. Someone had watched one of my live videos. There we go. I'm all plugged in now. A guy had watched one of my live videos. Not really. I don't think he realized. I'll just tell you what he commented. He watched one of my videos, and he told me, oh, you seem like a really nice guy, but your editing is dog shit, and you really need to go work on your editing, because leaving in the middle of your review station, and just having dead air is just unacceptable. And I was like, bro, Do you not realize that this was shot live when I said, "Welcome to another live review" in the beginning, and then on the title screen it says "live review"? He goes, "Well, I didn't see any red mark." And I go, "Well, you don't see a red mark when it's already been shot live and it's uploaded after. If it says live review, that means it was shot live and then you're watching the playback." So he didn't understand that. He thought I was like making fun of him or something. I was like, "No, man, I'm not making fun of you. You're just not understanding what I'm saying to you." So I just think it's funny that like when people will watch something live and then not realize it's been shot live, they like will give me shit about it, and I'm like, "No, you're the moron. I'm not the moron." This was shot live. I can't go back and fucking edit the damn live video that was shot on YouTube, excuse me. Just like I can't go back and change time and stop the camera midstream, you know. Fucking jeez. It's like I swear to God, people are just I wish I could read some of the. Maybe one of these days I'll read just the comments from some of my videos. You guys can laugh. You know, I think you guys would get a kick out of it. It'd be hilarious. Like people that will actually they'll. I get this. I got this all day today. I got like 2 different comments today for a video answering questions while the video's happening. And I don't know what any reference are to them because some of the videos were like from like 6 years ago. And I'm like, I don't even remember what this person's answering a question to, but you can tell it's an answer because they'll be like, it's a this, or this is that, or they'll just say a one word answer, which is just the answer to something. And I'm just like, well, if the video's like 6 or 7 years old, you need to respond with an answer. It's just weird. How about skip the dead air part? How about I skip the dead air part? Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Just fast forward, or just don't watch the video if you don't like it. Like I'm not forcing anybody to watch my videos. If you want to watch it, you want to watch it. If you don't, then don't watch it. That's the other thing. I'll get people that criticize the shit out of like any little nitpick thing that I do wrong. And I'll be like, if you don't like it, then go somewhere else and watch someone else's shit that you will like. That's just for you, honey. What would life be like without know-it-alls? Oh boy. It would be a lot more quiet. you know? It would definitely be a lot more quiet. Let's get some other characters in here. We've been staring at friggin' I still don't have that 5-pack, by the way, but I'll bring in the other psychos here. I've been doing nothing since we're just standing here talking. These are the only psychos I have. Look at all these psychos on one screen. I can't remember if I got the Black Ranger or not. He wasn't exclusive. But I plan on getting the 5-pack, but now I got this is the type of shit that annoys me with Hasbro. It's like, if you knew you were going to do the 5-pack, why did you even come out with these? You should have just came out with Leo by himself with all of his accessories. Well, what they should have done was, here's my idea. Instead of coming out with a 2-pack with him and Leo, right? You come out with just a deluxe version of Leo with his battle armor and his bazooka and his battle damaged head with the one eye showing like we all want, with the thumbs up that we all want, with the sheathed and unsheathed sword that we all would all want. Yeah, it's annoying. It's really annoying. So now I gotta probably sell these, and because I don't. Why do I need 2 blue rangers and 2 blue psycho rangers and 2 red psycho rangers? The green one, yes. And is this a defect I see on his chest? I think it is. Yeah, must be. It must be a defect. Yes, it is. A little black dot. Oh, well. Can't lie, I can't understand the reviewers that have their face, their face all up in the videos, like Puff Daddy. Hey man, if you don't want producers like all up in your videos, fucking Suge Knight that shit. Um, Cam busy focusing on them and not the figure. Yeah, I don't get that whole thing, man. Just yeah, I don't get it. Maybe they have egos. I don't know. You know. I don't know. You know. I don't know. You know. I don't know. No. You know. Who else can I bring in here that I've recently got? I did get Mr. Wesley. Mr. Wesley. I'm really looking forward to the Quantum Ranger coming out. I'm figuring maybe the Quantum Ranger will be next. Maybe that's just my guess. Who else did I pick up? Oh, I did get this from the Target. Big old Daddy Bats. Big Daddy Bats. Sounds like a wrestler's name. I'm Big Daddy Bats. I'm about to whomp your ass. Who else did I get? I don't think I've even shown any of some of these that I've picked up. As far as we got to move Big Daddy Bats out of the way. Move Zordon over here. We'll move Alpha over there. Move Big Daddy Bats in the back. There we go. Big old daddy. Big old daddy Bats. Move her over here. Get your foolishness over there. Oh, Lord. Move our Psycho back. Stop being such a psycho. Oh, he's sweet but a psycho. A little. Sorry. Couldn't help it. There we go. We got Thomas the Tank Engine. And we got Connor over here. Oh yeah, this guy right here. Let's see. What do we have here? Bodie, I'll see you later, buddy. Have a good night. I'm probably going to be getting off here soon. I have to put the child to bed. Le child must go to sleep for school tomorrow. All right. Do. And we got this guy over here. Oh, I did pick up that SPD 2-pack. See, now this is another thing I think was going to happen because we got A Squad now. Try not to knock all these some bitches over. Because now we got A Squad and Sky in this 2-pack. I'm kind of worried that, you know, what's going to happen is that they're going to give us the A Squad 5-pack. You know? They're going to give us A Squad 5-pack. And then we're going to be like, well, what the hell are we supposed to do with all... What the hell are we supposed to do with these like, him and... You know? It seems like that's the route that they might go. I want to get his sniper rifle out. I need to find that. Where's that bag of accessories? I can't. Anyway, you get my drift. But Sky's a cool figure. Like I said, I want pretty much reviews of all these over time. You know, just kind of trying to wait for the some of the hype to die down on some of these ones. Like I said, I'm just getting annoyed with these reviewers. I think they know everything about everything. I won't name the channel, but I just unsubbed. Just got annoyed by the main presented smug attitude. Yeah, I just had to deal with a reviewer that's very well known in the G.I. Joe community. And he was a part of the Strident community, and I had to show him the door. He'll go nameless because I don't want to give any type of time or day to people like that. Just spouting ignorant, negative bullshit. Like not contributing any other time to the page other than to point out other people's bullshit. And I just don't have time for that shit. So I'm right there with you guys. But that goes to show you who that person really is, though, because he's one way on camera and then another way off camera. So what does that tell you? I don't give a fuck how many subs you got. I'm gonna call your ass right the fuck out to your face. I don't give a shit. Because I've always been the guy that stands up against the bully for a friend, you know? I don't deal with that shit. I don't have time for that shit. And I know that that type of person would never say any of that shit to anybody's face. But because it's the internet, the person's going to talk shit. Funny guys. I agree, Woodman. I agree, Dem Guts. I don't mind critics either. When it's constructive criticism, it's one thing. When it's just being fucking blatantly rude and shit, I don't have time for that. It does. It takes the fun out of the community. It does. ODC, the enforcer. I just don't put up with people's bullshit. I just don't have time for it. Because at the end of the day, it's not going to change my life any. You know, I got bigger fish to fry. But I don't even think I took the Ranger. I got to get her out. Let's get her out. Let's play with her around for a little bit. We'll get the Ranger Slayer out because I haven't even had time to take her out. So we'll get her out of here. Ranger Slayer girl. She was once brainwashed by Lord Draken, but now she's gonna whoop his ass. I'm gonna whoop your ass, Lord Draken, and crack my bow off the side of your head. There's the boat. You said you feel sorry for that person. Yeah. I mean, just because you're going through some shit doesn't mean you gotta treat other people like shit. I don't give a fuck. I mean, I've gone through some shit too, but I don't fucking take that shit out on other people. That's like an excuse to... I don't agree with that shit. Fuck that. Slap that shit on the door. Don't be taking shit out on other people that didn't do anything to you just because you got an issue. I have a bad day at work. I don't take it out on my fucking girlfriend because she didn't do anything just because she happens to be standing there when I get home and I'm all hot, you know? back after the internet problems. What are my thoughts on the Thomas Wayne Batman? Thomas Wayne Batman's pretty awesome. The only issues that I really have with him is his ankles kind of look a little ugly. They hold position pretty well as far as what I've been when I've been playing around with him. Um, Let me get him up here. So I'm talking about him. Sorry, Wes. I gotta move you a little bit. Connor, you gotta move over because your staff is just all up in my business. All right. So as far as like the ankles go, like I'm not feeling the big gappage right there. It's a nitpick. Overall, the figure is wonderfully done. The sculpt is amazing on him. He's even got a little bit of a goatee at the bottom. Let me get Ranger Slayer out of the way while I'm trying to talk about him. They even have little ported holes for the both of his guns, which look like Desert Eagles to me. Just saying, they look like Desert Eagles. The hair on the chin is done pretty well. Like I said, the overall sculpt on him. I mean, this is really the type of figure that I wanted for a Thomas Wayne Batman. This is just beautifully done. This is definitely going to get a full review. It's a really good figure. The guns can fit in the holsters and everything. There's no issue there. He's got double jointed knees and double jointed elbows, and he's got that diaphragm joint that can swivel and crunch and such. So that's pretty cool. There's a little bit of gappage like right there, but you know, I don't know. It doesn't really. I guess it doesn't really just bother me that much. Um, I guess that would be like a thing that used to bother me with toys, but you know, it's not a deal breaker. I really like the sculpt of this. This feels like almost like a DC collectibles figure, but with better quality plastic. You know, like the cape is really well done. I guess it got a little scuffage right there. No big deal. Wiped right off. But the sculpt of the boots look great. Everything looks really nice on him. Very well done. Scale, as far as scale goes, he's a little bit on the taller side. He's, that McFarlane 7-inch scale, So he's going to be a little bit taller. He does have toe articulation, too, which I'm actually not a big fan of toe articulation. I feel like over time, the toe joints get loose. So not the biggest fan there. I think really the major thing that kind of just bugs me a little bit is the ankles look a little funky like that. I just don't look good. Don't look good, man. As far as what I think, you know what I'm saying? Oh, sorry. A Squad, Blue Ranger. But let's get him back up here. We'll put him back over here because Ranger Slayer's about to go there. Sorry. Hairy ass arm is in the way. All right, so Ranger Slayer here. If you guys don't know about her, she is of the Boom Studios variety. She's pretty sweet. Pretty cool story involving Lord Draken. Get her stuff in her hand. There we go. This is what she looks like. I really like this helmet. It looks really good. I like the pink and the black. Very Bret Hart of her. The pink and black attack is back, The man can't do joints. Yeah, I know. Supposedly my McFarlane Spawn figure shipped. So once that comes in, oh yeah, I'm gonna be doing a live review of that. I'll probably do the unboxing live and do the live review and everything. That's gonna be a fun thing to look at. I'm actually expecting it to be more of. I know it does have articulation, that Spawn figure, but I'm actually thinking it's probably gonna be more of like a centerpiece or really nice display piece. But Yeah, this is a really nice looking figure. Like the cape is all tattered, and the cape is actually of a lighter material too, so it's not too heavy. It doesn't make her back heavy or anything like that. Like once you get her squared up, she's pretty good to go. I have to excuse my arm. I gotta move toys that are sitting everywhere on this damn table. Very Bret Hart vibe. Yep. Newest member of the Hart Foundation right here. Let's get her. I do wish that she came with some more hands other than just the karate chopping hand and the fist hand. Maybe two more hands would have done it, or maybe one more hand would have made it nicer. It's not a deal breaker or anything like that. Oh, Connor, you're falling over again, buddy. Cut it out, Connor. But she comes with a plethora of things, though. Regardless, she comes with a dagger. Oops. A sheathed dagger gun. There we go. And it does fit in there, and it doesn't fall out or anything like that, so that's pretty cool. And this is Kimberly, by the way. She also comes with her bow, and you can detach these also from here. You can detach those, but they kind of sit in there. Let me get her hand in there first. Hold on. But her bow, then, looks freaking awesome. Oops. I'm hoping we get I think it's the Alpha or the Omega Rangers from Boom Studios, because it seems like they like to include, whoa, her arm is all messed up. It seems like they like to include the, at least one figure ever so often from the comics within a wave. So I think that's pretty cool that they're doing that. So I got this, whether you want to have her in her actual pose. I know I'm not really posing her or anything like that right now with this. Let's see if we can get her in a good pose as I'm struggling on camera. Oh, Lord. I kind of wish she had a different hinge joint at her wrist right here. Instead of this going back and forth, I kind of wish it went up and down. Because as you can see, she's kind of pointing the bow downward. Maybe I just have to move this up a little bit. Let me get these off again. She's still wanting to point the bow downward. And I wish there was a little bit more of a tilt with these figures in the head, just so we can get a little bit more aim with them, like the aim pose. But we can also use this kind of like lightning collection of flame effect, like energy effect for the arrows, which is pretty cool. But if you want to kind of just get her pre-posed with these, you can just plug them in like this. Did I see the new 1/18 scale Cobra Fang? But she doesn't. I don't know whether I'm doing something. I have to do my research more on this. Like, I literally just opened her. So I'll have to do some more research on how she's going to be displayed with these. Maybe I can get her to kind of... Or maybe I'm supposed to be having her hold it in the other hand, because this hand goes up and down. So this one goes up and down. I probably need to have her holding it this way. So I'm probably doing this all wrong. So I apologize. I better put it into this hand instead. sure someone in the comments will be like, watching this on playback, oh my god, I can't believe you were struggling for that long with that figure. Move, you mother trucking thumb. There we go. It's all about figuring it out. Sometimes it takes me a little bit longer to figure things out, too. Can't win them all, right? Ow, my foot just got a cramp. That's annoying. No, twist the arm, stupid. This looks all messed up. There we go. That looks a little bit more natural. Like this, like this. She is holding this all weird. The bow backwards. Yeah, but you want the arrows to like... Probably do. I don't think so, because if the bow's this way, right? If the bow's this way, then she can't hold on to these little grooves in the bow. What the fuck just fell? Oh, my Lord have mercy, I almost fell off the chair. Now hands are falling all over the place. I got wrestling hands falling all over. I think because the reason why I had the bow like this is because these little grooves right here, I was trying to get her to kind of go that route, and I thought that this looked more like it would be on the outside, because if her hand is behind here, you know, at least with photo manipulation, that's what I would think. But whatever. I mean, I guess you can do it any way you want. It doesn't, there's not really, I guess, one way to do it. But laugh out loud, the same gas. Look at the opening by her hand. He has it the right way. Yeah, that's the only reason I was thinking was like, because there's these grooves. You want these to be hidden on the inside of the figure. So if you're shooting it, like let's say you're taking a photo, like this looks a little bit more appealing than like that. You know, you don't want this on the outside. You want the finished side on the outside. But it's whatever. I mean, you could do it any way you want. There's not one right way and one wrong way to do it. But she also comes, like I said, with the fist hand. And we've got the chopping or go forward hand, you know. The directing hand. Let's see if her sheathed. Let's see, thumbs, man. They're so stiff. Get out of my way, thumb. But that does fit in there nicely. We can get her into a fun pose really quick. And everyone's going to fall over because that's the name of that game. She would... Oh, she does have a... Oh, okay. Let me get him out of the way. She does actually have a ankle swivel, which does help quite a bit. You guys are assholes. You're all just going to fall over now. Just get out of here. Go. Away with you. She does have an ankle swivel, does help because she does not have a boot cut swivel right here, which all the guys do, but the poor women don't. So you can get her in there. And the cape really doesn't get in the way that much. So I don't know if you wanted to have her like this. The elbows do feel a little dainty, though. Eesh. They feel like they're real skinny. The peg is real skinny going into the arm. So I would just be a little bit careful. The elbows, when they do articulate, they do ratchet a little bit, with her arm. But she does look sweet. I'll get her going this way. But she also uses her bow to melee people too, which is pretty freaking awesome. She is just really cool. You guys should definitely read the Shattered Grid story. It's pretty good. It's worth a read if you want to give Power Rangers a shot or a chance. Let's just get her settled up there. There you go. She looks pretty sweet. I like her. What do you think, Wes? I agree with Wes. She looks pretty awesome. She looks freaking like a boss. Definitely, like I said, it's not. I'm not really trying to do like a full review right here, but I like the asymmetrical design of. She's got like armor right here on this arm and no armor on that arm. She feels very unique. She doesn't feel like just a repaint. All of her armor on her legs looks really nice. It's all sculpted in the knee pads too. Like someone really put a lot of time and effort into this figure. They really put a lot of love and time and affection into this. So I can dig that. Terry, I'll see you later, buddy. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for modding, as always. You too, Woodman. You gonna be ruining my street cred? The Fang too. Wait, what's going on back here? Oh yeah, I think somebody asked me if. Hold on. Did you guys? Demgut said, did you guys see the new? Excuse me, 1/18 scale Fang? The figure has a Fortnite 1/18 scale articulation. And they made the chopper chunky and smaller. I did not see that. Demguts, I didn't see that. Yeah, they shortened the tail section. Says Gaz. Same dude that has the classified Zartan picked up the new Fang. Effing show off. Oh, Demgut says just do a video with the vintage Fang. You have the 20. Demgut says he's got the 25th anniversary Fang. Thought about doing toy vids, but I don't want to ruin my street cred. You guys should do videos, man. Absolutely, you totally should. Join the club and do some videos if it makes you happy, you know. Pimp smack the whole line. Excuse me. No, you stand without your. Let's see, what else can we do? I really like the way these. I don't know what it is. I just like the way that these lightning collectors. I can't talk. I just like the way that these lightning collections. Oh my god, I can't talk. I just like the way that the lightning collection figures stand. I don't know. They have that Hasbro feel to them, but they feel a little bit easier to articulate. Like it's not just a pain in the ass to get them. Let me get this out of here. Put you where you belong. Oops, dropping shit. They just feel a little bit easier to articulate and pose than, I don't know. They have like a different feel to them, is what I'm trying to get at. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm making shit up. Maybe I'm making shit up in my head. I don't know. But it seems to me that like the overall feel and aesthetic and just look of these figures, just I don't know, I'm really really liking them quite a bit. And they're not really that hard to find. That's the coolest thing. Like I'll Randy, come on, reconnect. What are we doing here? What even in the fuck are we doing? All right, there we go. Now I'm back. They designed them well. Look at they look like the show less expensive than the Japanese versions. Yeah, for $20, like even if you spend 22, um, there are some times where I'm like, okay, this figure could use a little bit more love, but and some of the heads are kind of wonky, like the Kimberly head and the Zach head with dreads and the Billy head that looks like Austin Powers. It's a little weird, some of the unmasked heads, but I don't really mess with the unmasked heads, to be honest with you, all that much. I usually have them masked. Um, so it doesn't really bother. I mean, I think I only have one unmasked head, which is the first Lord Draken. That's it. And then I have the Evo 3 with a masked head because I think that looks better. But But yeah, there's so much fun to just pose and play around with, take photos with, because all the colors are vibrant. They work well with a photo lens. You can do so many cool, fun fighting scenes with them. Um, Hell, you can make up your own Forever Red or whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. You could have all the Power Rangers going after Lord Draken. Um, it's cool that we're starting to get all the teams flushed out. Like we got all the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger stuff out of the way, so now we can focus on some other teams. Like what the shit is all over Sky's arm? I'm just realizing this now. There's like shit all over his arm. Oh, it's like crusty shit. I don't know. That must have been from the manufacturer. Never seen that before. It came off, but anyway. But it's cool to get. We're getting like a bunch of these teams starting to get fleshed out. I'm pretty sure. I think Hasbro said that they're going to start trying to finish off some of the teams that they've already started and then move on to some of the other ones, which I think is a smart idea. So it seems like they're making a little bit more sense than some of the Marvel Legends releases that we've been getting, seeing as some of the some of those the Marvel Legends releases they waited so long to give us the X-Men, and now that's all we're getting is X-Men, which is great and all, but it's like you waited so long to pull that trigger, you know. A lot of it probably had to do with licensing and shit, and maybe Marvel didn't want them to release toys and make the X-Men feel relevant, but you know, it's whatever. Did I see NECA's King Kong figure? Seriously looks like the 70s Jeff Bridges King Kong version movie. No, I've seen it at Target, but I think what was it? I passed on it, but I'd like to pick it up. It's like a definitely like a really good looking King Kong, and I definitely need a King Kong to go with my Godzilla. So I think he's Dem Guts. I think he's talking about the new Ultimate King Kong that came out from NECA. I think it should be in the NECA section at your local Target. At least I think. But let's get Wes in there. That's my dude. Connor back there. Who else are we gonna bring in? We'll put Thomas the Tank Engine back here. Bring in Andros. He's pretty dope. I like Andros. And my boy Leo. Jack. Jack's like the. Now my camera's crooked. I can't win today. Oh, man. There we go. Good grief. Move her over a little bit because she's taking up the spotlight. She's surrounded by red. What are we talking about? Fanny packs? What's going on? Those aren't gimmick belts. They're sophisticated fanny packs. I do kind of wish that they're okay. I would just like a little bit more, so we can really get those high kicks. You know, because I mean, we really, especially Power Ranger figures, like they really got to be able to do those high kicks. You know, like you want to have them kicking the shit out of somebody in the face. Come here, and like that's maxed out. You wish you had the room for you for wait. Said I wish I had the room to have an all-out mech kaiju scene complete with buildings. Oh my god, that'd be amazing, dude. With Pacific Rim Godzilla and all. See, like you can get him a little bit more flexed. What is this pose I'm trying to do here? This is a disaster. But I'm trying to get Sky going here, but he does not want to. He does not want to. There we go. But I'm really not feeling these hands on the A Squad figure. I'll bring all that up at in the review, but good Christ, they're so bad. They're so bad. I don't know what they were thinking putting these hands on him. But There we go. But cool beans. Cool beans, man. Let's turn Zordon on. Zordon on. Zordon on. Ding-a-ding. Ding-a-ding. There we go. There's Zordon. He's on. Excuse me. And the Sabres lost their first game. At least my Bills are doing something. Hopefully we win against the Ravens this Saturday. Hopefully, I'll be hoping. And yeah, okay. I think I will call it here. I want to say thank you to everybody for hanging out tonight. Like I said, I know I haven't been doing videos on the regular, but hopefully with some extra time in my hands, especially this weekend, I can get some reviews down. There's some Joy Toy stuff I want to do. There's, like I said, some Lightning Collection stuff. There's even a couple Mythic Legions, like I think 2 Mythic Legions reviews that I would like to put up on that Batman review. I'd like to put up too. So there is that. Sorry for the the ranting all night, but you know how it goes. Woodman, thank you for popping in. Terry Turner, as always, bro. Dem Guts, thanks for hanging out all night, man. I appreciate it. Gaz, you too. You guys are awesome. Action Figure Addict, Kyle, thanks for popping in, buddy. Action Figure Expert, thanks for coming in, bud. Bodie, thank you for hanging out. I appreciate all of you. Diego D from Spain, thanks for popping in. Appreciate it, brother. Let's see. I don't want to miss anybody. I don't want to be rude. Soul Drum, Chris, my brother from another mother. Andy, another brother from another mother. You guys are all my brothers from another mother's. Anybody else? Brent Richards, thanks for popping in. Don't want to leave anybody out. This kind of wasn't even a planned video or anything like that. I just kind of wanted to hang out with you all, just kind of shoot the shit, amongst us, my people in the. Did this go out? What's going on? That's weird. It turned off on its own. I didn't tell you could turn off Zordon. Zorpox, as always, bro. Oh, Kyle's doing a video next. All right, I'll pop over there. If you see me on PlayStation, hit me up. Tim, what's up, man? How's it been? Been a while. We're just shooting the shit, talking some Power Rangers, and I was babbling about some drama bullshit on the internet about some collectors crying about collecting and shit. You know how shit goes. There's a whole bunch of diaper rash, Oh God. Oh God, my diaper rash is acting up again, huh? He put up a review for the Revo Deku. I'm probably saying that really weird. but I hear a small child and he's still awake, and I have to put him to bed. Yeah, Zordon turns off by himself. That is a fun fact to know. I did not know that. But thank you all for hanging out. Sorry for the technical issues. Apparently, YouTube doesn't like me today. It's not just me, man. I've seen a lot of live streams where people are just like, "Oh, you're really like lagging or whatever." It's YouTube, man. You know. I said it right on the last one. Okay, Deku. But yeah, definitely, absolutely, positively. Who was I just talking to? Oh, Andy. I was talking to you about doing some Power Rangers Super Sentai talk. So if anybody else wants to join up, hit me and Andy up, and I think we're gonna try and get together, do something sometime soon. So, but anyway, I'm not gonna regress. I'm gonna digress, and I'm gonna shut up, and I'm gonna I'm gonna allow you guys to enjoy the rest of your night. But yeah, I'll try and maybe I'll shoot a review tomorrow and try to get something done. Hopefully, um, that should be fun. But yeah, other than that, it was a fun time hanging out with all you guys, talking with all of you as always. And yeah, I'll see you guys